Namaste. So tonight I'm going to read Book 9, Chapter 15, the antidote of Tulasi in the Maha Devi Bhagavatam. Om Vakratu Namahakaya Koti Surya Samapra. Hari Om Tat Sat. Narada said, O Bhagavan, how came the pure chaste Tulasi to be the wife of Narayana? Where was her birthplace? And what was she in her previous birth? What family did she belong to? Whose daughter was she? And what austerities did she practice that she got Narayana for her husband? Who is above Prakriti, not liable to change without any effort, the universal self, Parabrahma, and the highest God? Who is the Lord of all, omniscient, the cause of all, the receptacle of all, omnipresent, and the preserver of all? And how did Tulasi, the chief Devi of Narayana, turn out into a tree? Herself quite innocent, how she was attacked by the fierce Asura. O remover of all doubts, my mind, plain and simple, has become restless. I am eager to hear all this, so kindly cut asunder all my doubts. Narayana said, O Narada, the Manu Daksa Savarni was very religious, devoted to Vishnu, of wide renown, of a great name, and born with Vishnu's parts. Daksha Savarni's son, Brahma Savarni, was also very religious, devoted to Vishnu, and of a pure Suddha Sattva guna. Brahma Savarni's son, Dharma Savarni, was devoted to Vishnu, and he was the master of his senses. Dharma Savarni's sons, Rudra Savarni, was also a man of restraint and very devoted. Rudra Savarni's son was Deva Savarni, devoted to Vishnu. Deva Savarni's son was Indra Savarni. He was a great bhakta of Vishnu. His son was Vrisadvarja, but he was a fanatic Shiva, devoted to Shiva. At his house, Shiva himself remained for 3 yogas according to the Deva measure. So much so that Bhagavan Bhutanata loved him more than his own son. Vrisadvaja did not recognize Narayana, nor Lakshmi, nor Saraswati, nor anybody, nor another body. He discarded the worship of all the Devas. He worshipped Shankara only. The greatly exciting Lakshmi Puja, worship of Ma Lakshmi, in the month of Bhadra, and Shri Panchami Puja in the month of Magha, which are approved of by the Vedas. Vrisadvaja put an entire stop to these and the Saraswati Puja. At this, the son became angry with the king. Vrisadvaja, the discarder of the holy thread, the hater of Vishnu, and cursed him thus, O king, as you are purely devoted to Shiva and Shiva alone, and as you do not recognize any other devas, I say within no time you will be deprived of all your wealth and prosperity. Sankara, hearing this curse, became very angry, and taking his trident, ran after the son. The son, becoming afraid, accompanied his father Kashyapa and took refuge of Brahma. Bhagavan Shankara went to the Brahmaloka with trident in his hand. Brahma became afraid of Mahadeva and took son to the region of Vaikunta. Out of terror, the throats of Brahma, Kashyapa, and son became parched and dry, and they all went afraid for refuge to Narayana, the Lord of all. They all bowed down to him and praised him frequently, and finally informed him of the cause of their coming and why they were so much afraid. Narayana showed them mercy and granted them abhaya, no fear. O you who are afraid, take rest. What cause of fear there can be to you when I am here? Whoever remembers me, wherever he may be, involved in danger or fear, I go there with the Sudarshan disc in my hand and save him. O Devas, I am always the creator, preserver, and destroyer of this universe. In the form of Vishnu, I am the preserver. In the form of Brahma, I am the creator. And in the form of Mahesa, I am the destroyer. I am Shiva. I am you. I am the Surya, composed of the three qualities. It is I who assumes many forms and preserves the universe. But to go to your respective places, what fear can ye suspect? I say all your fears due to Shankara are verily removed from this day. Bhagavan Shankara, the Lord of all, is the Lord of the sadhus. He always hears the words of his bhaktas and he is kind to them. He is their self. Both the sun and Shiva are dearer to me than my life. No one is more energetic than Shankara and the sun. Mahadeva can easily create 10 million suns and 10 million Brahmas. There is nothing impossible with Shulapani. Having no consciousness of any outer thing, immersed day and night in meditating on me, and his whole heart concentrated, he is repeating with devotion my mantra from his 5 faces, and he always sings my glories. I am also thinking day and night of his welfare. Whoever worships me in whichever way, I also favor him similarly. Bhagavan Mahadeva is of the nature of Shiva, all auspiciousness. He is the presiding deity of Shiva. That is liberation. It is because liberation is obtained from him, he is called Shiva. O de Narada, while Narayana was thus speaking, the trident boulder Mahadeva, with his eyes red like reddened lotuses, mounting on his bull, came up there and getting down from his bull, humbly bowed down with devotion to the Lord of Lakshmi, peaceful and higher than the highest. Narayana was then seated on his throne, decked with jewel ornaments. There was a crown on his crest, 2 earrings were hanging from his ears, the disk was in his hand, forest flowers, garlands on his neck of the color of fresh blue rain cloud, his form exceedingly beautiful. The 4-armed attendants were fanning him with their 4 hands. His body smeared all over with sandal paste, and he is wearing the yellow garment. That Bhagavan, dressed with the thought of welfare for his bhaktas, the highest self, was sitting on a jewel throne and chewing the betel offering by Padma, and with smiling countenance, seeing and hearing the dancing and singing of the Vidyadharis. When Mahadeva bowed down to Narayana, Brahma also bowed down to Mahadeva. The sun too, surprised, bowed down to Mahadeva with devotion. Kashyapa too bowed and with great bhakti began to praise Mahadeva. On the other hand, Shankara praised Narayana and took his seat on the throne. The attendants of Narayana began to fan Mahadeva with white chauris. Then Vishnu addressed him with sweet nectar-like voice and said, O Maheshwara, what brings thee here? Hast thou been angry? Mahadeva said, O Vishnu, the king Vrisadhavaja is my great devotee. He is dearer to me than my life. The son has cursed him, and so I am angry. Out of the affection for a son, I am ready to kill Surya. Surya took Brahma's refuge, and now he and Brahma have taken thy refuge, and those who, being distressed, take thy refuge, either in mind or in word, become entirely safe and free from danger. They conquer death and old age. What to speak of them, then, of those who come personally to thee and take thy refuge? The remembrance of Hari takes away all dangers, all good comes to them. O Lord of the world, now tell me what becomes of my stupid Bhakta, who has become devoid of fortune and prosperity by the curse of Surya. Vishnu said, O Shankara, 21 yugas elapsed within this 1/2 Gatika by the coincidence of fate, Deva. Now go quickly to thy abode through the unavoidable coincidence of the cruel fate. Vrisa Dvaja died. His son Ratha Dvaja too died. Ratha Dvaja had two noble sons, Dharma Dvaja and Kusa Dvaja. Both of them are great Vaishnavas, but through Surya's curse, they have become luckless. Their kingdoms are lost. They have become destitute of all property, prosperity, and they are now engaged in worshipping Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi will be born in parts of their two wives. Then again, by the grace of Lakshmi, Dharma Dhavaja and Kosa Dhavaja will be prosperous and become great kings. O Shambhu, your worshipper, Vrisa Dhavaja is dead. Therefore, thou dost go back to thy place. O Brahma, O Sun, O Kashyapa, you all also better go to your places respectively. O Narada, thus saying, Bhagavan Vishnu went with his wife to the inner rooms. The Devas also went gladly to their own places respectively. And Mahadeva too, who is always quite full within himself, departed quickly to perform his tapas. Here ends the 15th chapter on the question of antidote of Tulasi in the 9th book in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapali. Om Tuya Mata Chavita Tuya Tuya Mandu Church.